Questions 13 to 16 are most important questions of 6.5. So let us take up question number 13. It says that D and E are points on CA and CB of triangle ABC, which is right angled at C. So while making diagram, take care of this fact that angle C has to be at 90 degree. We have to prove that AE square plus BD square is equal to AB square plus DE square. So given and to prove are quite obvious and clear. Given is angle C 90 and we have to prove this. So as I always tell you that try to start the proof with either what is given or what we have to prove, try to bring it inside. Okay, now I want to prove AE square is equal to something. So let us try to bring in AE square. How to bring AE square inside our proof? Consider triangle ACE, angle C is 90. So can I say by Pythagoras theorem AE square is equal to AC square plus CE square? So I get AE square. Now in my to prove I have BD square also. So let us try to bring in BD square also. How can we bring BD square inside? In triangle BDC, if I apply Pythagoras theorem. So in triangle BDC or BCD, usually in writing triangle, we write angle C and right angle in the middle, but it's okay to write this way also. Angle C is equal to 90 degrees. So I can say that BD square is equal to DC square plus BC square. Now I have the value of AE square, I have the value of BD square. Clearly to prove tells me that I should add them. Okay, so I just add 1 and 2. Adding 1 and 2, what do I get? I get AE square plus BD square is equal to, on right hand side I have to write these 4 terms. You may write in any order, it does not matter. So I write AC square plus CE square plus DC square plus BC square. Now I have got left hand side of to prove. Somehow I need to reach to right hand side, right? So if you see carefully, I have a combination of here AC square and BC square. So let me write them together. And CE square plus DC square. Let me write them together as well. And I need to prove AB square plus DE square. So let me join DE as well. If you see carefully, AC square plus BC square gives me AB square. And CE square plus DC square gives me DE square. And it is proved. I didn't even come to know and the proof is done. So it was very easy. What I would suggest you, never ever cram the question. Never try to correlate the question. Never try to correlate it with some question. Just try to solve it yourself. Just try to solve it yourself and you will get the answer. So I hope you get this one. Let's go to question number 14. It says perpendicular from A to BC is dropped such that BD is 3 times CD. And we have to prove this. Given to prove is very much clear. AD is perpendicular to BC and BD is 3 times CD. To prove is also extracted from here very easily. Now see students, in this question figure is given in NCERT. But even if it is not given, you can draw it yourself. But in case you draw something like that, if you draw BD like this, so this will become correct if you do it like this. But if you can also draw the figure like this. If you keep B on left hand side, then keep BD more than CD so that BD looks like 3 times CD. Okay, now let's get to the proof straight away. Again, let's start from to proof. I am given twice AB square, means somehow I should try to bring AB in my proof. Okay, so let us write in triangle ADB, angle D is 90. Right? So can I say that AB square is equal to AD square plus BD square? Now you see, I want AB square, I have got AB square. Now I don't want AD in the two proofs. So try to remove AD. What I have to try? That I should remove AD. This is my next step. So can I say that if I apply Pythagoras theorem in this triangle, so AD square is equal to AC square minus CD square? You may write it as a separate step, you may write it straight away. AC square minus CD square, and I have written BD square as such. no change here. So here you can give it in the reason that AC square is equal to AD square plus CD square by Pythagoras theorem. Alright. So now see, AB square I have, AC square I have. I don't want CD, I don't want BD. But in both of their place, I want BC. So what I need is, I should write CD and BD in terms of BC. Now BD is given to be 3 times CD. So can I say that CD, since BD is 3 times CD, so can I say that CD is 1/4 of BC? Now let us see how do I get it. Say CD is X. So BD becomes 3 times X, right? So what is BC? BC becomes 4X. So I can say that CD is 1/4 BC, or you may use the notation of X and 3X. So let us see if I use this notation. So CD becomes X and BD becomes 3X. Let me put in the values. AB square is equal to, I am putting the values in first equation. AC square as it is, minus CD square is X square, plus BD square is 3X whole square, right? Here just let CD is equal to X, so BD will be 3X. It's better to mention this. So what do I get? AC square minus X square plus 9X square, which gives me AC square plus 8X square. Now X is something which I have let myself in the sum. It is not given in the question, so I must eliminate it. So I get AC square plus 8 times, value of X is what? BC by 4. So I just put a square here. This gives me AC square plus 8 into BC square by 16. And on cancellation, it gives me AC square plus BC square by 2. And if I take 2 LCM throughout, like this is AB square. So twice AB square will be equal to twice AC square plus BC square, which is my required proof. So hence proved. I hope you understand this. If you do not want to use the concept of X, right, then straight away from here let me do again in a second way. I have AC square minus CD, write straight away as BC by 4 whole square, and BD, see BD is 3 parts and BC is 4 parts. So BD can be written as 3BC by 4 whole square. Now if you solve this, then also you will reach the same answer. After this point, only calculation work is left. AC square minus BC square by 16 plus 9BC square by 16. Taking 16 LCM throughout, 16 AB square is equal to 16 AC square minus 1 BC square plus 9 BC square, which gives you 16 AB square is equal to 16 AC square plus 8 BC square, and if I divide throughout by 8, I get twice AB square is equal to twice AC square plus BC square. So you may follow any method, but it should be clearly based on understanding and not on cramming. So I hope you understand this one. Let's take up question number 15, which is the most important question of this complete chapter. It says in an equilateral triangle ABC, D is a point on BC such that BD is 1/3 of BC. We have to prove that 9AD square is equal to 7AB square. So now what is given to you? Given is clearly triangle ABC is equilateral and also BD is 1/3 of BC. And you have to prove that 9AD square is equal to 7AB square. Now D is a point such that BD is 1/3 of BC. This point is very important. You must take D in such a way that it looks like 1/3 of BC. Like you can see that. If you take D point here, you will never be able to solve the question. So this thing is very, very important. So let's join AD, and in construction we need to draw a perpendicular. Why? What is the reason to draw perpendiculars? Firstly, to get square, I need to use Pythagoras theorem and I need perpendicular for that. Secondly, in an equilateral triangle, there are so many results based on perpendicular. That perpendicular bisects the base, right? So this helps us. So we draw construction as AP perpendicular to BC. Now let's get to the proof. See, start the proof from what you need. You need AD square. You somehow need AD square. So let us try to bring AD inside, right? So how can I bring AD inside? I can apply Pythagoras theorem in triangle APD. So in triangle AP, see, you don't have to cram any step. You just see, I want to bring AD inside. How to bring AD? By applying Pythagoras theorem. Let us apply Pythagoras theorem. AD square is equal to AP square plus DP square. Now you see, I don't want AP. In place of AP, I want AB, right? And AB and AC are equal. So you may take AC, you may take AB. It is one and the same thing. You may take any one of them. So I can replace AB by AC square minus CP square and plus DP square as it is. After this, believe me students, these are that if you have understood these two steps, your question is done. Because after this, what I am going to tell you is purely algebra and calculations. So let each side is equal to x. So can I say that AC is equal to x? BC is equal to x? If BC is x, can I say that CP is x by 2? Because in an equilateral triangle, perpendicular bisects the base, right? And also BP is x by 2. And BD is what? BD is 1/3 of BC. So can I say it is x by 3? Right? Now let's get to the question. AC I replace by x square. CP I replace by x by 2 whole square. And DP, you see, can I write DP as BP minus BD? DP can be written as BP minus BD. So let me increase a step for you. BP minus BD whole square. In the next step, I will write these values. So this gives me x square minus x square by 4 plus. Now BP is x by 2 and BD is x by 3. So x by 2 minus x by 3 whole square. Now can you see it is a simple expression in x and you can solve it. There is no relation of this expression with geometry. Simply go on solving it, just you solve algebra. So x square minus x square by 4 plus this gives me 3x minus 2x, that is x by 6 whole square. I am increasing steps for you. You can omit the steps if you want to. X square by 4 plus x square by 36. This is all AD square going on. Now let me take 36 LCM throughout. See students, when I take an LCM throughout, it gets finished. I am writing for you guys here, but you may not write it. In the previous videos also you have seen I have been taking throughout LCMs. So this gives me 36 AD square is equal to 36x square minus 4 is already there, 9x square plus 1x square. Now this 36 is finished. I get 36 AD square is equal to 36 plus 1 37 minus 9 28x square. See, this is getting cancelled by 9 on both sides. Cancelling out by 9 on both sides, I get 4 AD square. Now this is getting cancelled by 4 throughout both sides. So I get 9 AD square is equal to 7x square and x can be replaced by AB square because all the sides are equal. So I get 9 AD square is equal to 7 AB square. Hence we prove this question. Very easy. If you are just done with these two steps, afterwards there is just algebra. Even you can write DP also, you can write here only and then straight away put in the value. You can write here only that DP is equal to BP minus BD, that is x by 2 minus x by 3, or you get that 3x minus 2x is x by 6 and you can directly put the value x by 6 here. So I hope you are clear with this question. I would again tell you that this is the most important question of the complete chapter. And once you are done with these two steps, it is just algebra further and you can easily solve it. Question number 16 says, in an equilateral triangle, 3 times the square of a side is equal to 4 times the square of one of its altitude. So let us write down given and to prove. Given says triangle ABC is equilateral and also AP is perpendicular to BC. And we have to prove that 3 times square of any sides, let's take AB, is equal to 4 times AP square, right? So very easy. You know that we have to apply Pythagoras theorem, that's it. So in triangle APB, since angle P is 90 degrees, for subjective you have to write all this, okay? So you get AB square is equal to AP square plus BP square, right? Now let each side is A. Let each side is A, or students, in equilateral triangle we sometimes also let each side is equal to 2A, because we know that here we have to use the half of BC, and to avoid denominator or fraction we can also let the side 2A. So I will tell you how to do with 2A, then you can do it with A also. So I get AB square is 2A whole square is equal to AP square we have to find, and BP square is A square. Why? BP is half of BC. In an equilateral triangle, perpendicular bisects the base. This result is being used very commonly. So I get 4A square is equal to AP square plus A square, or AP square comes out to be 3A square, or I can write as 3 times AB square or 3 times BC square, and hence it is proved. Let's take up question number 17, which is the last question for this worksheet. We are given the 3 sides of a triangle ABC and we are supposed to find what is angle B. Now see, though in this you can even adopt a shortcut in case you are running short of time, that whenever 3 sides are given, either it has to be 90-degree angle or we are not able to calculate it. Yes, if 2 sides are given, then there might be like you can use some trigonometry or something. Now here clearly let's try to apply the converse of Pythagoras theorem. Since 12 is the longest side, let me write 12 square is equal to 6 root 3 whole square plus 6 square, which gives me 144 is equal to 36 into 3, that is 108, plus 6 square, that is 36, and I get 144 is equal to 144. So since it uses by converse of Pythagoras theorem, by converse we know that if this sum is equal, then angle opposite to the first side, that is angle opposite to side 12, angle B, must be 90 degrees. Hence C is our correct option. So I hope that you liked the video. If you have liked, if you have understood, please do not forget to share among your friends. Do subscribe it and drop a very small comment. It will really encourage me and motivate me. Happy practicing. Thank you so much.